you ready? Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yo, what up everybody? This is Sean P with the EssPea Project. I'd like to thank you for stopping by to check out my video. Shout out to the city of Richmond. It's hot as hell today, and usually I have a drink on set. Today we're going to be drinking some ice cold water because it is hot as hell, and that is not hyperbole. But anyway, today I'm going to be doing a review on this right here. It's the Veho Muvi K-Series action camera, and this specific one is a K2. Now, usually when I go and buy something on Amazon, especially tech stuff, I always go and do my homework before I do so. I paid $159 for this particular camera on Amazon, and usually when you find this particular camera, it's going to be anywhere between $225 and $250. I went to Amazon, like I said, purchased this particular one used. I always start in the used section or the sales section. So I found it used, and on the description for this one, it said that the case was broken. As you can see, the case is not broken. And when you purchase this camera, this is how it comes anyway, inside of this case with a little cardboard sleeve on it. So I basically saved about $65 to $85 by bypassing retail and buying one without the cardboard sleeve on it. Fantastic, can't beat that. So let's go on and get to it. Now, one of the biggest reasons why I purchased this was the sheer amount of attachments that it comes with. It came with this case, which is a bit bulky. I don't know that I would pack this up to take on a trip with me in this particular case. I would carry it some other means that's not as bulky and didn't take up as much space as this. But for storage at home or just going to wherever you're doing your action at, being that this is the action cam, I don't think you'd have a problem toting this around, throwing it in a messenger bag or whatever the case may be. Alright, before we even get into all of this stuff, I also purchased this remote control. So if you have the camera attached somewhere to a surfboard or whatever the case may be, I'm not going to be surfing, it's not my thing. But if you surf or hike or hunt or wherever you have your camera mounted, you don't have access to it by hand, you can use this to start and stop your recording. It's not a lot of bells and whistles, pretty basic. Got an LCD screen on it, stop, go, camera button, and these are for the camera angles: wide, medium, narrow, and small field of view. Now this camera records at 170 degrees down to 90-degree angles. And one thing that I really appreciate about them giving you different camera angles, and what I found is often action cams come with fisheye lenses, and the fisheye lens is supposed to allow you to catch more of your surroundings in the shot. However, on the horizons and edges, it will often bend the picture. I don't know if that bothers you. It bothers me just a little bit. So having the opportunity to get that field of vision a little bit more concise and taken away from the distortion of the fisheye lens is a great option that this camera gives you. Alright, so another fantastic thing that came with this is a screen, 2-inch screen, and it has buttons to control it once you connect it to your camera, which I will shortly. And being this is just a brief overview, we won't be going into much of the function of it, but like I say, I often like to give an on-hands review of things, just so you can see the sizing of it, the detail in it, and so on and so forth. This shit came with like a million things: straps, bells, whistles, and all my GoPro people, you're gonna be familiar with this. It's a base for the camera itself, and another plus about this camera is it comes with a 1/4 inch screw-on mount directly in the camera and in the housing itself. So this is another mount. Another mount. Another mount. Lanyard. And I have another accessories kit, because like I said, especially with GoPro and GoPro style accessories, there's all kind of third party manufacturers of these parts. So I got a float on the way and just some more mounts so that I can secure these mounts with the M3 in different places, because what I'm assuming is M3 is going to be a permanent mount, so you're going to need some more of these. It's only 2 or 3 in the case. Another mount. This is the sun guard or screen that you put onto the lens itself. And it's supposed to block out sun flare or whatever the case may be. Don't know how far that's going to go into protecting it from that situation. This is the back door to the waterproof housing that comes with the camera. That's another great thing to have. Another base with a little bit of curvature in case you want to put it on a helmet, or like I said, surfboard, skateboard, blah blah blah. Extra screw, Velcro style mount, a little bit of more Velcro, and it came with a 8 gig card. I bumped mine up to 64. 8 gigs can't hold me down, so I needed that. And here we are to the star of the show. Now, in hand is very heavy and it feels robust, real rough and rugged, like you could drop it off a second story building and this joker would be just fine. It's waterproof down to 100 meters, which is somewhere around 300 feet. Can't think of a situation where I would be 300 feet underwater, but for all my adventurers out there, maybe that's some pertinent information that you could use. If you're on that Jacques Cousteau shit, have at it, and this might be the camera for you. On the outside, it also have buttons that reflect the buttons that are inside the camera. Your start button, your picture button, your stop button. And now we're just going to open this up. Oh, one more thing. That's the 1/4 screw mount that's built into the waterproof housing itself. It's also built into the camera itself, which is fantastic. Gotta love that. Don't have to buy some separate mount for you to simply mount your camera. Alright. And inside, there's the camera. Let's see, can we get it a little bit of focus? You got your on and off button, Wi-Fi button, and Wi-Fi in this regard, I'm not specifically sure what they mean by Wi-Fi. If it's Wi-Fi where you can transfer data via your network to your computer, that I have not seen yet with this device. But being that I've just got it, I haven't been able to explore that. However, the connection to the remote is supposed to be Wi-Fi. And if that's what they're calling that connection, then that's what it is. You also have a Wi-Fi connection to a tablet or cell phone via the app, where you can watch what's going on this camera straight on your tablet or your phone. And maybe a little bit down the line, after I get some usage and footage from it, I'll, give a little rundown of how that works. But for now, we're just going to be covering the physical device. Alright, and that's that fisheye lens I was telling you about. The 1/4 screw in jack. The lock button for the battery itself. This is the mount for the screen, which we'll be examining shortly. LED lights to let you know exactly what the camera is doing. These ones are for the Wi-Fi. This is for record or stop or active. Camera button, stop button, go button. This is where the mic is, and it also has an LCD screen to let you know exactly how much you're recording, how much battery life. It's just the basic necessities of operation and information that you need to record, especially without the screen attached. And with that said, let's go ahead and put this screen together. Now, it's simple really to put this screen together. All you have to do is take these two plastic pegs, stick them into their respective holes on the camera housing, plug in the junction between the camera and the screen itself, shut it, and bingo. Now, I don't know how these pegs are gonna hold up. I've had problems with plastic pegs in the past. You know, you get a little too comfy with the device, handling it. You go to pop it over, the damn peg done popped off and is rattling inside the camera itself. Now, in that instance, being that this is $50, Veho, Muvi, K2, whoever will definitely be getting a call from me to rectify that situation. You know, I often quantify companies by how their customer service is, and in that situation they would definitely get a call from me and we'll find out the stuff that they made out of. Okay, and here's one of these situations where sometimes you add a little bit of bulk and people don't like it. I think that this is a better device with the bulk, with the camera and the screen together. It has the buttons to control the menus and functions, play and menu, scrolling buttons, and it also has a small zoom. I don't know how the hell you would use a zoom inside the waterproof housing. I also don't know how you would use a zoom with it mounted to you. I don't know how much functionality I'll get out of that, but having a zoom, I don't see how you're better off without it, so it's a pretty cool thing. Speaker, lanyard hole, just a few of the things that are featured on this camera. And now that I've showed you how to put the screen on, what I'm going to do is show you how to switch the back waterproof door with the waterproof door that accommodates the screen. And it's that simple, folks. Waterproof. One other thing that I forgot to mention that came inside of this, since we're speaking about the waterproofing, are these little absorbent tabs that go inside of the housing. Now, anybody who goes swimming with a pair of goggles, you've been in a situation where you go under, come back, everything's fogged the fuck up and you can't see a damn thing. That is not a problem that I would like to be dealing with my action cam, especially in the waterproof housing. So what you do is insert these, which are hydroscopic, I'm sure, meaning water absorbing, water loving, and you put that on the inside of here and it absorbs any moisture that's inside the waterproof housing. All in all, I'd have to say that this is a very good camera for the money. $150 something on Amazon. If you do a little bit of homework, you ought to be able to come up with the same deal. I mean, Veho went above and beyond. You really feel like you got over when purchasing this camera. Alright everybody, I'd like to thank y'all for stopping by again to check out my video. If you like my video, please subscribe and check like. I'll be doing more tech videos in the future, just kind of out of my cycle at the moment. I'm not buying a whole lot of tech, but I needed this for my new hobby, so I did buy this. I'll put the link to this product at Amazon inside of the description and all the places that you can follow me. So this is Sean P for the EssPea project, saying work hard, laugh hard, love hard, and the world will be a better place for us all. And I'm out.